Nat and I met when Nat took over an allotment next to my allotment. We're both relatively new to the area. We've been here probably a couple of years. She felt like a kindred spirit and we got chatting.
So that's when we decided to set up our own craft group to meet sort of more like-minded people within our own community.
And we didn't know what it would become at that point. It was just for us,
yeah,
because we wanted to meet people and get to know more people like us in the community. We were like this secret gang, and I think a lot of the ladies kind of liked that aspect of it. And I think they liked that they were being naughty. There was something really lovely in like the naughtiness of it, that we were creating these things, and we weren't doing anything sort of illegal, but they were putting them up and decorating this stuff, and it was all a bit of a secret. And so we tried to do it at night, didn't we? And we put it up kind of
like head torches, didn't
yeah,
we?
yeah.
Trying to sew in the dark.
Yeah. Sort of became almost like little mini celebrities, didn't they?
Yeah. You're a yarn bomber.
Yeah, you're a yarn bomber. There's a sense of identity then created with that.
They were part, they're now our tribe.
I was never going to have nothing to do in retirement. I knew I was always going to find something, but it's creative, people are interested, and the payback when you actually put stuff up around the village and see people coming and having a look, and the happiness it's generated for visitors to the village. And remembering the first time we did the yarn bomb was in the summer of 2020, when we'd been locked down for 3 or 4 months, and the impact then was astonishing, with people coming out and seeing all the creative things we'd done in 2020.
So our aims are always to sort of involve as much of the community as possible.
As many as we can. I mean, we actively encourage that involvement. We want that, and we go around and speak to them personally, don't we, and say, come on, what
see us coming and they're like,
shut
the door.
There's one chap who did. And then he realised we didn't want him to knit. We were just going to put it in his window.
Yeah.
And then
he was like, that's fine,
go for
ahead.
it. I think when they saw it that first year, it just captured everyone's hearts, didn't it? And I think the village felt very proud of the village and of the community and of the community spirit, and I think that people wanted to be part of it then, didn't they?
Yeah, massive.
Those squares will all be different. Some will be really perfectly made. Some will be, using highly skilled. Some will be someone who's just starting out and just learning. Some will have a few holes in them. Some will be made from scraps of yarn, others from fancier yarn. And it doesn't matter. All those squares all come together and are stitched together communally to create this end product. And we think, that's a metaphor and symbolic of community, and that the community it needs everybody. It needs all this diversity. It needs everybody's contribution, and everybody's contribution is valuable, and that it doesn't work without all those different elements together. That's the beauty of it. We like to think that we're ambitious. Certainly our crew think we are, don't they? They always go, oh God.
We'll be like, we've had an idea.
Yeah, and they're like, oh.
The heart was the Squares project, wasn't it? That was for last year. It went on the White House in the Nook.
I think it came originally from the Banksy image of the girl with a floating balloon floating away. I think that was the first sort of where the idea initially came from. And there's quite a big house in the Nook that's white, and we just thought that was a good backdrop and it could be quite high on it.
And we knew the people that lived there.
Yeah, we knew people that lived there, and they were like, yeah,
They
fine,
loved it.
you can hang it from
Yeah.
our house, that's all right. And of course what we do is about improving people's well-being and ultimately their mental health, and so came up with the idea of writing a simple question on the heart, which was, how are you? Encouraging people, putting that up, displaying that, just that, nothing else in the village but just that, with a post raising awareness of Children's Mental Health Week, and encouraging people to ask people how they were and to listen to the answer.
Quite a poignant thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it made a lot of people sort of stop and think, and actually I asked that question quite a lot, but do I listen to the answer?
Yeah.
Do I want to know what the answer is? Am I prepared for that?